Alright, what's up guys? So, this video, don't chase after people because, no, the thing is, I feel like I need to talk about this. I've been in situations where I had to like chase after people, try to gain people's approval, and it's not needed. Like honestly, sit down and like really have that conversation with you guys. It's not needed. Like to anybody dealing with that right now, you don't need nobody's approval besides yourself. Like if you can look into the mirror, right? And you don't feel a certain way and then I'll get to that, but just starting off by saying, like, if you can look into the mirror, not feel a certain way, like you're happy with where you're at, you're happy with who you are, like you love yourself, you ain't got nothing but love for yourself, then fam, like what is other people's approval? Because the thing is this, I feel like when you try to gain other people's approval, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed from what they want from you. And unless they want something better than where you are at right now, then okay, then that's, a different story. But even then, it's like they, should overall accept, because I had to say, like, with me, with other people, not judgmental at all. And I feel like a lot of times, like, when you try to gain a person's approval, all they gonna just say and do is, or say, is some, like, some judging stuff. And you're gonna be looking at them like, fam, what is, like, where are you coming from with all this? Like, why you feel like you need to, like, talk to people? And that's why I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, I have been around a lot of people that are very judging towards me, towards others, and I personally have gotten sick of it. I'm like, I look like, because that's one thing, I'm like, look, he could be any and everybody that approach me. I'm like, whether it's with content creating or whether it's like in real life, if people look at me, for their approval and stuff, I really don't care who it is. I'm like, fam, like, I shouldn't be the one to look at, when it comes to like me approving over you and stuff. Like, my thing is this, I want to be able to look at you like while you're in a good and happy spot, shake your hand, give you a hug, let you know, like, hey fam, like wherever you getting at right now, or if this is where you want to be at, like you made it. If you want to go further in life, it's like you just got to keep pushing for it. But it's like my approval ain't gonna change nothing. It ain't gonna, like, because my thing is this, if I wasn't here, do you guys, like, do people out there that feel like they need my approval? It's like, if I wasn't here, do you feel like that you will accomplish nothing, by me not being here? It's like, you shouldn't live life like that. So that's why I'm like, that's how it should be with everybody else, where it's like, at some point in time, whether it's like they here or not, it's like you gotta look at it as this, where it's like you're in a room by yourself, you have what you need and stuff. The only thing that you really just gotta look forward to is like, and I guess like I'm like more so kind of like trying to like talk on my own personal situation. It's like, my whole life I've always tried to get people's approval. I think back all the way to when I was like in preschool, trying to get people's like approval and stuff, and it never worked. And I was like, at some point in times where it's like, you just kind of like, and I feel like that's how you like will randomly get a person's approval without them even telling you, is by like you just randomly making a friend. It's like, they don't care about how you look, what you're doing, any of that stuff. It's like they just overall care about you as a person, and they just want to see the best from you. But it's like if they see where you're at and it's all like, oh, okay, I see you making moves, you doing good things, they're like, showing praise to what you're doing, or like, overall happy for you and stuff, then it's like, fam, like those are the people you need to have. It's like people that ain't gonna be like, oh, every time you have a conversation, like something judging has to come out of it. No, it's like, my thing is like, I could look at an individual, have a conversation with them, and it was like, for an example, there was the one time when this there's actually a few times where it's like people, they sat down and they told me like, some stuff that they've like that they're either against or that they're for. And I'm like, I remember the one time the lady at the bus station, she sat next to me and we were just randomly having a conversation, and she told me how she used to be a Trump supporter. Now right then and there, I could have just been like, oh no, once a Trump supporter, always a Trump supporter, and could have just got up and walked away. But I wanted to hear what she had to say. I wanted to hear why she stopped supporting Trump. And then I think it was after that Capitol stuff, and I think that's why she had stopped supporting him. Or it was after something that he either said or did, and she did, that was her reason. But I ain't gonna look at her and judge her and be like, ugh, you used to be a Trump. Like, nah, man. It's like, if that's the choice that you wanted to do, I look at it as this. When people make crazy choices, when they do crazy things, I'm not gonna be like the judge and not out of all of it and be all like, you know, guilty or not guilty. I'm like, no, if that's, I'm a bystander. I'm just the man sitting there eating his popcorn, looking at everybody, you know, just doing their thing. But I ain't gonna get in the mix of anybody. I ain't gonna get in between of anybody and what they want to do. I'm like, I'm just over here living my life, all right? That's all that I care about. So I feel like a lot of people need to think like that. It's like, you know, just live your life. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Other people, they got, because my thing is this, those that be out there judging you, right? And it's like, and that's why I had to say, like, everybody in this world, they're not perfect. They have their flaws. They have their, you know, difficulties that they go through on a day-to-day basis. And that's why I'm like, for them to turn around, right? And they look at somebody else and start judging them. I'm like, fam, look at yourself right now. It's like, you ain't no angel. You ain't like Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. It's like, there ain't nothing special about you. You're an ordinary person just like everybody else. That's why I'm like, you know, when it comes to like, you know, the internet or even like IRL, where it's like, it don't matter how many friends you got at your school, how many customers love you at your job, or how many employees love you at your job, or how many followers you got on social media. It's like, you're an ordinary person just like everybody else. And I feel like a lot of people need to get kicked off of that throne that they think that they're on. And it's like, fam, no, look at, like, just look at the ground level of where you're really at. It's like, you got a chair elevating you off up in the air, but it's like, when you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and just kind of like evaluate the situation around you, I'm guaranteeing, I promise you, you ain't gonna be going around judging people. And if you are, and it's like, you just living life wrong then, and it's like something wrong with you. Like, you got issues. But anyways, yeah, but it's like, don't go through life judging people. There ain't no need for it and stuff. So, but yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.